I'm Nikki from homeadeville.com, and today I'm continuing my series, as promised, showing you some creative favors that you can use for the party that I created and showed you in the last video. I'm joining craftyhangouts.com, and our sponsor is onlinelabels.com. So I have lots of goodies, so we're going to get right to it. Now, I showed you the party last week, and I showed you that I had favors and things that were going to go inside the goodie bags that we created. So, here's what we have. The first thing that I created were these napkin rings. And these napkin rings make great favors for the kids and their dolls because they double as a hair tie. So, it starts with an elastic that can be used as the napkin ring and then also as a hair tie. So I have two versions here. The first one is the napkin ring that has the little ribbon on it so that you can just tie any sheer ribbon around an elastic and put a little knot and you're ready to go. The second one I want to show you how to create now. It starts with a simple button. Now, we're not talking about the four-hole kind. This is the kind of button that has the little loop in the back. And all you're going to do is take your elastic and stick it right through the hole. So, just like this. Stick it through. Then you're going to loop it back into itself, just like that, looping it back into itself, and pull. I'm going to adjust it where the middle is flat to give you a better surface. Okay, so just like that, we've made it, and now we have a little button hair tie. So you put that on, ready for the girls, napkin ring, and hair tie. So, two things are all you need for that, a button and a scrunchie of some sort. The next thing I created were these little magnets that the girls can take home, and they say, "Friends are forever." Now, on them, I have two versions of this as well. One is just plain, printed out, and then the other one is just like that one, only I added a little ribbon on it. So, it's up to you which one you want to do. What I did for these was got the labels. From onlinelabels.com, you can order just a sheet of magnets, and so I think there were 8 on a sheet. So I just took and created a graphic, which will be available on homeadeville.com, and put the graphic on the sheet, printed it out. I had 8 magnets ready to go, and if you want to embellish with a charm or ribbon, then you can do that. So that's the second thing. All you needed for this one were the onlinelabels.com magnet sheet, the printable that I've created, and put it through your printer and you're ready to go. Now, the next thing that I want to show you is my absolute favorite in the Little Party Favor series. And that is this cute little bag that's perfect for the doll. We talked about the party was for a little girl and her American Girl doll or whatever doll she chooses. And this little bag is perfect for carrying by the doll. So, on this one, how we did it, I started with just a plain bag, and you can also use a t-shirt if you prefer. So I started with just a plain bag here, a little canvas tote bag. And then from Online Labels, I received these. It's just a one sheet, and it's an iron-on, so it works with t-shirts, or this was kind of a canvasy material. And I did the same thing. I just created 4 graphics on one sheet. This will also be available on homeadeville.com. And then I printed out the sheet. Then, as you can see here, I cut out my shape. This one's actually, I think, Chicago Skyline, home of American Girl. So I cut out the shape roughly. Doesn't have to be perfect. Rough cut the shape out, and then you can very easily and quickly iron it on to your bag, and then this is what it looks like. Now, I wanted to add a little 3D appeal to this guy, so I went ahead and did some threading on mine to create fireworks in this cityscape. So, let me show you how we did that. Basically, I started with baker's twine. So, you can get this at any craft store. It's just regular baker's twine, and it's got little stripes and colors on it, so I really like these. And you start by threading your needle. Now, I used a needle, and this is going to be really hard, but I'm going to try to show you. I used a needle with a really long and big eye. So that makes it a lot easier when you're using a thick fabric like this versus just a regular needle and regular fabric. So you take that, and then you're going to tie your knot on the end, just like you would with any sewing project. You're going to start with threading your needle and then tie the end to give you a little backdrop to get you started. And then you can take the bag and decide where you want your firework to come up and then where you want it to come around. So basically I'm going to start from right here, and then I'm going to drag it up into here, and then I can have my firework shape around it. So make sure you leave room, because what you want to do here is have the end of this right in the center of the firework. So you're going to start by putting your needle through, then you're going to pull that gently through until you feel that knot that you put on. As soon as you do that, you can go right up to where you wanted it to be. I'm going to stick mine right in here. And pull that through. Now you have a straight line. Now if you want to, you can turn it a little bit if it gets twisted, because you've got two little fabric pieces here. If you want to make sure that it's all straight and lined up, it's a real easy fix to go right in and twist it while it's in there before you create any other lines. Now, all you're going to do is rotate. You're going to do a long line, a short line, a long line, a short line to give it that kind of a starburst effect. So for this one, I'm going to start right near the center of that hole, coming back through and pull through. Then, if I want to straighten up my thread, I can do that. And then I'm going to go right in where I want it to be. So this is going to be my long one. So I'm not going to go too far. Now on mine, I kind of rotated my colors in. You can choose to do just one solid color for each of them, or you can put lots of colors in one little starburst. So it's up to you how you want to do it. And you're just going to continue to thread them through and create those lines, just like you did before. Now, instead of going through and showing you all of this, what I want to do is show you how you can add another color. So this is another piece of thread. This one's in green. Tied the knot on the end, and I'm going to do the same thing. You would just tie a knot here and snip that if you were completely through with it. Okay, so I'm going to start right in here and do the same thing. And then I can give this one as much length as I want. Actually, I think I want to make this one a little longer than the others. Make those other ones the short guys, and this one the long one. So I'm going to go right through and get a long little thing. So I'm going to straighten this up a little bit, twist it back around because it kind of got twisted. Perfect. And then I'm going to start right back in. Sometimes you can start at the end as well and make your outside come in first and then go forward in. So depending on where you're located, you may decide it's just as easy and close, because whatever you're creating, you're going to have that threading on the back. So you may decide it's closer to just go to the outside point instead of the inside point, and that's totally fine. So you're going to keep going through, and you're going to do that with every one. And then the very last one, the way I did on this one, you'll see, I did just some little starbursts around right in here. So I didn't give them the line, I just did the starburst. So with those, it's really simple. I have a shorter thread. This one's in green. I'm going to go in and first come out just like before, and then I'm going to come across. This one you're going to do it kind of a diagonal, because you're going to create a big X. So now I'm going to go right back in to the next one and back through. And now you can see we have an X on there. And then the only thing you're going to do now is stick another line through, pull, put another one in, pull, and then you can tie a knot in here to end this and then trim it off and trim your needle off. So there you have the little starburst. So all you do is continue that, and you've made a fun and festive cityscape with fireworks. Thanks so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and I would love it if you would stop by my blog, homemadeville.com. You can also check out my YouTube channel at The Nikki Channel. And then I hope you'll stop at Crafty Hangouts, because we have, I think, 20 different posts going up that are all party crafts, things that you can use for parties or with parties, and they're done by a lot of different bloggers, and it'll be really great. And they're all using onlinelabels.com labels, and there are so many choices that there are so many things that people have done with all the great products. So stop by all of those, and thanks so much. I hope you have a fabulous crafty day.